It is January the 7th, Saturday. It's about 48 to 50 degrees here in Tucson. I saw this church many times on my drive. I live here in Vail, Arizona, which is not too far from Tucson. Just had a great breakfast with a dear friend of mine at the Vail Steakhouse. It's where John Wayne used to eat a lot. That restaurant has about a 100-year-old history. What a great place. What a great piece of history this state of Arizona has. But I've got some news. I was here for about a year and a half. I served a company here for about a year and a half as their senior vice president, and changes has occurred. Most recently, our CEO was dismissed of his duties and has decided to go on and do other things. The new CEO came in and has brought in his own senior vice president, which means I'm out. So that's right, I'm looking for a new job. This opportunity allows for me to go back to Atlanta, Georgia. That's where my kids are from, and that's where they live, and that's where my heart is. So God answered a prayer because He knew, even though I've been out in the desert for about a year and a half, my heart has always been in Georgia where my kids are. So I get to go back. So for any of you guys that might have an opportunity for someone who is now looking for a position, I'm actually on LinkedIn under Trip Thornton, and I'm looking for either one of two things: senior vice president position or an executive vice president position in a company that's a little over $10 million. If there's a company out there that's between 3 to 7 million, somewhere around that range, if they're looking for a president and CEO, give me a call. I'd like to help you build your company. That's what I do. It's been a good time. One of the reasons I decided to share this video is to let you see me as a warrior. I used to often tell some of my people within the company to walk as a warrior, not as a worrier, to go by faith, not by fear. Go where people celebrate you versus where people tolerate you. And those are some things that I live by. So now you'll get to see firsthand when God delivers an awesome job for me, another position, you'll get to say, hey, Trip, you really lived by faith. You actually put your money where your mouth is and actually shared with us while you were unemployed. And I get to show you firsthand what God's going to do. So I'll let you know more as things happen. But for right now, I am going to be making a change. I am going to be packing up and leaving the desert where I called home for about a year and a half and heading back to Georgia where I hope to spend the rest of my days. It's been great here. This is a beautiful part of the country. Let me give you just a little bit of a bird's eye view of what I'm looking at here out in the countryside of Vail, Arizona. What a great area. This has been awesome. I feel like God brought me to the desert for about a year and a half and taught me so much, and it's been a real adventure. But He heard my prayer and knew my heart, and that is, I miss my kids, miss my granddaughter. So anyway, it's going to be good as I pack up and head back to Georgia. Details to follow. Take care.